My name is Olivia. I'm with the therapy department, and today we're just going to be going over your total knee replacement as well as what's coming up in regards to occupational therapy, and just going over some treatment activities as well as your goals and safety precautions. Is that okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to start off with your short-term goals, and as I say this, if you want to add anything to this, you can do that. So starting off with your short term, the first one is safely perform ADLs with modified independence, which you're already doing.
What does ADL stand for?
Activities of daily living.
Okay.
Yes. So that's your feeding, dressing, bathing. Your second short-term goal would be safely perform light meal preparation with standby assistance. So this would not be somebody touching you or holding you up. This is you doing it, but somebody standing beside you just to ensure safety. And your last one would be safely participate in social and leisure activities at least 3 times a week with minimum assistance. Do you have any questions about that, or do you want to add anything?
No.
Okay. Moving on to long-term goals, and this would mean, well, let me backtrack to short-term goals. So since you're in the skilled nursing facility for 14 days, our short-term we would like to have achieved by the end of the first week. And then long-term, this will be by the time you discharge and go home. So your first long-term goal would be to safely perform light meal preparation with modified independence. Modified independence meaning that we are adding something or taking away something to make the activity more safe, or you are using adaptive equipment. Number 2 is safely perform light housekeeping tasks with modified independence. 3 is safely participate in daily social and leisure activities with modified independence. And number 4 is participate with PT and OT and home visit to determine any necessary equipment or minor modifications required for safe discharge home. So for this one, OT and PT would be going with you to your home and kind of doing a home evaluation just to see what ways we can make the home safer and what modifications we can make so discharge from the skilled nursing facility to home will be a smooth transition. Okay, so some precautions I want to go over real quick. So I know that you don't have any knee precautions from the surgeon from your surgery, but we still want to make sure that we are being mindful of the stress that we're putting on the knee. So, we don't want to stand for long periods of time. We don't want to overexert our knee. And then also we want to make sure that we're removing anything from our path of walk that could potentially trip us and make the injury worse. Okay, so I see here that home environment setup is your number 1 priority. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we will make sure that we hit that hard. All right, moving on. So now I'm going to go through each of these areas of occupations, which just means, everything in your life is basically an occupation, and these are just categorized into 9 areas. So for ADLs, which is the activities of daily living that you asked about earlier, we're going to be doing edge of bed dressing using a dressing stick. So like I said, we don't want to overexert the knee, and we don't want to stand on the knee for long periods of time, and also you are a fall risk. So having to balance on one leg while putting pants on is just not safe right now. And a dressing stick is a long stick with like a hook at the end, and you can use that to pull up your pants, grab stuff, what have you. For IADLs, so we're going to be doing light meal prep. This would be, instant mashed potatoes, ramen noodles, using the microwave, things like that. But we're also going to be utilizing our rolling walker, which you're using right now and you've been training on, and you're doing really well at that. And then I'm also going to teach you how to use the counter for support whenever you're wanting to get stuff out of the refrigerator or on the lower cabinets. And this will just help take the pressure off the knee when bending. For our health management, I'm going to integrate you into a group to discuss fall prevention, and within this group, you're going to be doing some role play activities with other members of the group for full participation and to help teach y'all about how you can prevent further falls. For rest and sleep, we're going to talk about, and then I want you to demonstrate some sleep positioning. So this will help whenever you get discharged home, again, to not further the injury and keep the integrity of the procedure. All right, so for education, I'm going to educate you, like I said in the past, but also I'm going to educate your caregiver, which I hear is your husband. Okay, so I'm going to educate him on, what a total knee replacement is, how he can best support you, as well as some home modifications that he can go ahead and do. So that will kind of take the burden off you a little bit, and again, make that transition from here to home smooth. For your work, I know you're a teacher, and I know that's very important to you. So we're going to talk about energy conservation and tolerance of the knee within the work setting. I know that you stand for most of the day, which is just not ideal right now. So we're going to be talking about rest and sitting breaks. Maybe we'll create a schedule for that so you can, take accountability for yourself in doing those. And again, just reducing strain within the workplace. For play and leisure, I know you just got a pool. That's super exciting. Do you love it?
I do.
Yay. So, we're going to do a little activity that I like to call go fishing. So I'm going to have rubber ducks on the ground, and then I'm going to give you one of those little nets that you use like at the creek or at the beach for fishing out shells or whatever. And I want you to go and scoop up those rubber ducks with that net. And so this is kind of role playing pool management. So cleaning the pool, and ensuring that it's got the chlorine and everything in it that it needs. And lastly, for your social participation, which I know is also very important for you, you're going to participate in a group doing chair Zumba. So not only is this going to strengthen, it's going to provide you with an opportunity to relate to others who are kind of in similar situations, and it's going to help with your range of motion of your knee also. So I'm going through here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of resources today, and I'm also going to get these to your caregiver. And these are just some things for outpatient therapy that you could check on, as well as just some things in the community that you could join, and this will help you also strengthen and remain independent. So, like I said, I have some therapy services, some home health, but the one I want to talk to you about is the Dickson County Senior Center. So have you ever been? I'm not sure if you, okay.
I've not been.
Okay, so they offer a bunch of classes through the week. Every day there are multiple classes during the day. They have Zumba, aerobics, that have a karate class even. They have a pool, workout equipment. So this is a great way for you to not only participate in social participation, but also help strengthen that knee and increase your range of motion. Alrighty, I think that is it. Do you have any questions for me?
No. How long do you think it'll be before I get to use it full like it's supposed to be?
So you will have to ask your doctor about that. We're going to do whatever we can to get you back as independent as possible, but we're going to be mainly focusing on functional independence, so whether that be modified or what have you. But that would be more of a question for your doctor, although I can I can talk to my occupational therapist about this, and she can come talk to you more about that. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome.